Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Angels 4-3. As of right now, the A's sit in second place in the American League West, 4 total home runs, as they got the home victory against the Astros 10-9. As of today, the Rays are in 4th place in the AL East, while the Astros sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. The Seattle Mariners combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Red Sox 2-0. Heading into the day, the American League East Division. The Chicago Cubs completed a short 2-game sweep as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 3-2. In the standings, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division, and the Cubs sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. The Toronto Blue Jays grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they were able to get the walk-off victory against the Tigers 7-6. As of right now, the Blue Jays sit in 1st place in the American League Eastern Division, and the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. The New York Yankees put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-6. As of today, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, and the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. The Kansas City Royals finished off a 2-game sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 4-2. Heading into the day, the Royals are atop the AL Central, while the White Sox are 4th in the division. The Indians got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 7-4. At the start of the day, the Twins are in 3rd place in the AL Central, while the Indians are 2nd in the division. Brian Anderson grabbed 3 base knocks as the Fish disposed of the Rockies 3-1. As of right now, the Marlins sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. The Mets pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Nationals are in last place in the NL East, and the Mets are atop the division. The Atlanta Braves set 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-4. In the standings, the Phillies are in 2nd place in the NL East, while the Braves are 4th in the division. The Cincinnati Reds sank the visiting Buccos 2-1. At the start of the day, the Reds sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, and the Pirates are 3rd in the division. The Cardinals launched 3 home runs as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-5. As of today, the Brewers sit in last place in the National League Central Division, and the Cardinals are atop the division. The Los Angeles Dodgers put together 10 total hits as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 10-3. The Giants hit 3 long balls as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-4. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
Josh Figley is so bad. I want to bring up some of these Ute. Damn, son. You can play left field, 2nd base, 3rd base, shortstop, centre field, right field. Go on, lad. Go on, Chad. Hey. Migo. This Thomas Howe is a bit of a beast. Thomas Bach. I want to bring this guy up, man. Sheldon Noose. Sheldon Noose is the one. This game is broke, man. Yeah, hope. Yeah, hope. Poof, that is a whack team, boy. I'm gonna get banged.
Now from a place that's seen its share of great moments through the years, a look at the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Frankie Montas will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Man, he pitched really well in this last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
Line down the left field line. But it drops foul down there in the home bullpen area. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Rafael Devers in this one. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. Grounder down the line at third. Kenna moving to his right. Throw on to first will take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Move to that.
The plate now is the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. And that misses inside 1-0.
Plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Is strike 2 swinging. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corner.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Line drive to center field, but this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. And now the A's offense gets its first. Rick Porcello gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
A ball and a strike now. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Dero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt. One thing jumps out at me. They are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now on the bump has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing. That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hitting.
And that brings up Chad Pinder, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
He's got to find a way to set his sights down, but if I'm the pitcher, I continue to climb that ladder until he makes an adjustment.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that brings in the big power hitting first baseman Matt Olson. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
In now, Josh Begley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Hey, I know it's early and we're in the first right here, but he's going to have to work that heater to both sides of the plate. He cannot get away with missing over the heart of the plate all night.
3-1 to him now. Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home, and he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. So digging in now, number 13, ready to get his day at the plate started right here. First pitch of the at-bat. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired.
That was stupid.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Rafael Devers.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Hero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Swing and a laser off into foul territory.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
The next 3-2. Fastball too high, ball 4. So a runner on first with one out now. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Comes set, and the 0-1. This is popped up. Olsen in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home. That's a strike. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Betts stands at second with 2 gone. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Sox leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Leading off for the A's.
Here's Chris Davis now. Comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he will make the nice running catch out there, as he had to travel a long distance to rein that one in.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's focus on the guy behind the dish tonight, Christian Vasquez. Lock in on this guy. Some say he looks like a young Pudge Rodriguez in his prime. The bat's coming, but the way he massages this pitching staff should be your focus.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Vasquez gathers. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. Here's Jurickson Profar. In his career against Porcello, he's just 1 for 6. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is going to find the alley as it heads out toward Mount Davis for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
And after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher's standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning, the next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Now to the plate, Chris Owings, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Center fielder, Chris.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Owings has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Ball taken there. 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. At the plate, Andrew Benintendi. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Ready with the 0-1. Didn't stay on top of the slider that time as it misses high.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
now, and he pops it up. Here comes Davis, but this will land untouched. Pull now to 3-2. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Benintendi on at first, nobody out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show. He was taken in the second round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Here's J.D. Martinez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Martinez swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He was a 20th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Line toward the alley in left center. Number 13 is there, and he has it for the out. Striding into the box, Rafael Devers hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
2-0 now. Here's the 2-0. A high fastball is in there.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Ground ball right side. And that is into right field. A base hit. And he can't come up with it cleanly here in right. And on the error, a run is going to score. So it's first and third with 2 away. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. Strike one to start the at-bat. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Fouled off. Ready with the 1-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Red Sox lead it 2-1. Into the box now, Chad Pinder. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Chad Pinder.
Line to the right side, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, Matt Olson. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Lower part of the zone, but it's taken for a strike. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Betts. And no one will track it down.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Ball 2.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, number 13.
Digging in, number 13. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Porcello sets. Here comes the first pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2. Olsen, the runner at first with 2 gone. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off the marker, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
The count is 1-2.
There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. This pitch is popped up. Olsen is there for it. Makes the play. 1 away. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th, and next to bat it'll be Chris Owings. First offering on its way. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitch.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the sub. Now batting, Chris Davis. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch.
Davis.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Chris Davis. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Number 12, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Ready now number. First pitch to him. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, Jurickson Profar, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Hit on the ground to third. And that's through into left field for a base hit.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So now it's Mark Canha. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And a diving effort, but the ball kicks off the right fielder's glove. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Stephen Piscotty stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Into right field, that's a base hit. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Hey, not hit all that hard, D-Row. He muscled it out there for a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, I don't care, Dan. Lawn dart, off the end of the bat, jam sandwich, doesn't matter. Found himself some green grass and gets 2 ribbies.
Standing in now, Chad Pinder, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Matt Olson is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Count is 1-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends.
Again, stop.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Andrew Benintendi.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. 0-2 the count to Benintendi.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Ready on 1-2. 2-2.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Here's a pop-up now. And this is taken in for out number 1.
The batter, number 50.
Coming to the plate now, Dustin Pedroia. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Two and 1. Grounded to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.D. Martinez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
The 3-0 is looked at for the first strike.
This is where if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Red Sox.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Step.
Leading off for the A's, the designated hitter, John Bradley.
Now the pitch. There's Porcello back at it now as he gets ahead of the leadoff man. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Owings coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They've tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
1-0 the count. And that one misses upstairs. 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
The 3-1 taken, strike 2.
Full count, 3-2.
Fegley aboard here at first with nobody out. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Digging in, Chris Davis. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Fegley is on his way home. The relay throw. Throw won't get him.
Boy, Giro, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Andrew Kashner is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, he misses it. And the second run will score as they push the margin here to 5-2 now. Next up for the A's, Jurickson Profar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop. More home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Kashner, or just Cash for short. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The batter.
So first and second with one man gone, and striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. His lifetime line against Andrew Kashner. He's gone just 2 for 13. Kashner pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And Mookie will make. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. No hits in 2.
The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Yusmeiro Petit takes over to start the 6th inning on the
Now
mound.
pitching for the Athletics, number 36, Yusmeiro.
From the stretch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Piscotty is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting.
Settling in now, Rafael Devers. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. A ball and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count. The pitch pulled toward right center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
Next for the Red Sox,
Here's Mookie.
the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. Hit in the air to right field. Piscotty's there for it. And that retires the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. And the deficit remains 5-2. Ready once again, Chad Pinder will begin things here against Andrew Kachner.
Shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat. In the air to straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. One down.
Now batting.
So one gone for the A's in their half of the sixth. And that brings in the big power-hitting first baseman, Matt Olson. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that tight with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that can hurt you.
This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Now batting.
Striding in for Oakland, number 13, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far, and it's fouled away. Olson at second, Fegley at first, one gone. Line drive base hit. Olson ignores his coach. He's chugging for home, and the throw in gets away from him.
Hey, D-Row, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
First pitch on its way. Line to the right side. But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen.
102 miles an hour.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Runners are at first and second with one away. And he chased it in the dirt. Throw over to third here, and it's too late as he's in there. So the lead runner moves up, but the runner on first was sleeping, it seems. Digging in and looking for more, number 12, and their runners at the corners now. Looking to minimize the damage here. Popped up, and Moreland will put this one away, and that ends the inning. Standing in, Christian Vasquez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
And another foul ball. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Davis is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
So the leadoff man retired, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty, one man out. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Now batting. The center fielder.
Here's Chris Owings now. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's 4 for 14.
0-1's the count.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Now batting.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Andrew Benintendi. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. No balls and a strike to count. Now he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
This is why this guy is so effective. He's able to pound the zone, get ahead in the count, and now he has so many options to go to. I really couldn't tell you. It's a flip of the coin as to what he's going to throw right here.
Here's another 1-2. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
At the plate, Dustin Pedroia. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he sends it the other way toward right center. The Scotty's on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Boston strands. And we're back for the bottom of the 7th as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing a great job being ready to hit as soon as they step in the box. And that's certainly evident in the 6 first pitch hits they've picked up already.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Mark Hanna. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
The batter, the right
so
fielder.
2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And up next, the outfielder, Stephen Piscotty. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Cashner gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Vasquez corrals it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Next will be the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Blake Treinen will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
39. Blake Treinen.
Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, number 2.
Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Xander Bogaerts. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. No balls and 1 strike. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop. Again, a 1-2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Next up for the Red Sox, Rafael Devers. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place. Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
1-1 the count now. Devers is off at first with 2 away. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off.
Still 1-2.
Oh.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Red Sox. Ryan Brazier is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 70.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Leading off
Popped him up. Moreland has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 to the A's first baseman. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
I always felt 0-2 you had to cover away. If a guy's going to bury you in 3 times in a row, you tip your cap and walk back to the dugout, because that's not easy to do.
The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Striding forward now is the DH, Josh Begley. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 2 out, nobody on. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning. Coming to the plate now.
The catcher, Christian Sanchez.
First delivery to him on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base, so I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Piscotty's there for it. Oh no, it drops. Throw into second, and he's safe.
He's safe.
You're kidding me.
Man, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he'd lost sight of it, but then I watch it and say, nope, that's just a blundered play. Can't really sugarcoat it.
Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. A ball and a strike.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
2-1 to the Red Sox first baseman. 3 balls and a strike to count to Moreland. Chris Owings is on deck. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Kenna in foul ground. Matt Chapman will come in as the new third baseman now following the injury. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Piscotty is there, one away. Now at the plate, Chris Owings. Career against Blake Trinan. He's a .333 hitter. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Vasquez, the runner at second with one away. Still 2-2. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-1 delivery. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult.
And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over. And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. Oakland took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Frankie Montas takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Rick Porcello was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
First for the Victoria.
That's what's up. Fuck it, get rid of this trash. What's this rewards trash? Let's go. I want to play away, man.
It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Daniel Mengden, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Leading off
yeah,
tonight
Matt,
for
his
Boston,
last start wasn't very good. Knocked out after 3 innings and took the loss. They're expecting much more from him, and he needs to get off to a flying start in this one.
And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Line hard toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Fastball way outside, and that's trouble. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Lifetime against this pitcher. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. In the dirt here. Now the 2-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matty, how about Andrew Benintendi? He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. If you've got to start those big streaks somewhere, I like the way he's swinging the bat right now. Great approach, very comfortable. Let's see if that streak continues today.
And that's in there, base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, Dero. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, that's not a bad first milestone. 100th career RBI, Dero.
Yeah, after your first original knockdown, probably for you, your first strikeout, your first bomb, you want to start putting some zeros on the back end of these numbers. 100th ribby, nice milestone right there.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 3-0 game. And he is in there.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-2. Bounce to first. A throw to the plate.
What the fuck is going on there?
Batting eighth, the first baseman.
At the plate, Mitch Moreland. And the Red Sox with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. 4 runs here in this half inning. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of it depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls,
throw won't get him.
God.
Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. 0-1 the count. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Man, you never want to say a game is over in the first thing. There's still a lot of time left to come back and rally, but down 6-0 is an awfully big hole to dig yourself out of, and the inning isn't even over yet.
And he will beat the throw home. It's a 7-0 contest.
Dan, after this infield hit right here, this guy has to be so frustrated. He's been having a rough outing, and he's not discriminating the way he gives them up.
No, he isn't. You know what he's going to do after this one? He's going to go to the movies and watch the movie about himself, the Rocky Horror Pitching Show, because this has been a nightmare.
Dustin Pedroia comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Behind 0-2 now. Towards second. Throw on to first will take care of Pedroia, and there are two away.
Now batting.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the out.
Chapman has it cleanly. Oh, wow, what a stop. Touche, sir. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get one or two of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Got to think our man behind the plate thought twice about that one. About as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He's hitting over 400. Now, hold on. I know it's just April, but that's really impressive. And if you're hitting 400 in the backyard playing wiffle ball, you're still doing something pretty good. It's been a great start, and I'm interested to see if he can feed off of it the rest of the way.
Chris Davis is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you got to be ready for the heater.
So he got him swinging.
No shortstop. Mark it. Simeon.
12-2, the final score in this ball game. Boston scored 12 times en route to a win tonight.
Time of the ball game.
Where the value at? Where the value at? Tanaka, 22 million. God damn. Bieber. Baby, baby, baby. Yeah. Fucking Trevor Cahill. Sandy Alcantara. Fuck, he's got a fastball on him. Chat, Dr. Disrespect in the flesh. The fuck? Every Dodgers pitcher has A potential. Give me one. Rich Hill, 39. What the fuck, man? Maybe I was down for real.
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting out west in the American League, the Red Sox picked up 14 hits in total as they defeated the A's in Oakland 12-2. In other athletics news, the club has made a trade and have acquired starting pitcher Michael Fulmer from the Detroit Tigers. And in return, they'll send starting pitcher Daniel Mangden, starting pitcher Paul Blackburn, and relief pitcher Yasmero Petit, according to team reports. The Seattle Mariners completed a short two-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Angels 2-0. The Houston Astros grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 5-4. The Rays knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-2. The Blue Jays walked off in extra innings against the O's 2-1. The Yankees defeated the visiting Tigers 6-2. The Minnesota Twins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 4-2. The Miami Marlins combined for 4 total home runs as they got the best of the visiting Mets 5-1. The Washington Nationals put together 10 total hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 7-1. The Reds combined for 10 hits as a team as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers 3-2. The Dodgers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Giants 6-1. Robbie Ray grabbed the victory with his 10 Ks as the Diamondbacks took care of the Padres 3-2. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Now from the home of the A's, Chris Bassett is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, yo. Always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Andrew Benintendi is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Pulled toward right center field. Kepler has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, how about Andrew Benintendi? He's hitting over .350 versus right-handed pitching on the season. And today, he has another right-hander on the mound. I don't know what it is or how he picks up the ball so well, but he is sure putting up great numbers against them.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. A swing by Martinez, and this is driven to left. Grossman retreats to the track, and he'll put this one. And that brings up Chad Pinder. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the first pitch here from Price. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. It's fair to say they're still finding their way. 3-3 here to start the young season.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this will land untouched. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes again, 1-2. And this is knocked down on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Lays off 1-0.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
That evens it up, 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Get off me, ball. That ball's way too far inside. He's got to step out of the box right now and adjust his batting gloves because he just got stung by a pack of wasps.
This is line to left. Benintendi is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. And now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Max Kepler has in store. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go. That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Swing, and he pops him up. Bet's coming on, but this will land untouched. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. We'll move to this. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a pair of hits. In there, no balls and a strike.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down and away like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Count still full. 3-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
He throws him on the fastball there. Xander Bogaerts goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. And that's too high. Ball 2. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th-round pick back in 2011.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
Count even at 2-2. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 5th.
In now, number 23. First trip to the plate for him in the ball game.
Nope.
And he takes ball 1. Ball 2 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Batting 7th. The catcher.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Sox leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
The Athletic.
Digging in, Matt Olson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in, get those guys to respect it, and open up that outer half of the plate.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Short, hit hard, and that's through for a hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
First offering on its way. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Hit on the ground to short. And that's through for a base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Here's Chris Davis now. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. Lifetime versus David Price. He's 3 for 9. He also has 1 home run. And there's ball 1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. 2 on here with 1 man out. And that'll bring up the catcher, Josh Fegley. Here's the first pitch to him. And he popped him up. Holt on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out. Here's Robbie Grossman. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. He's set. Here it comes. Softly hit out to short. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here. Here's Brock Holt now, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Laureano sprinting after it, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting 9, the center fielder.
Here's Chris Owings now. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1.
0-1.
Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 0-2 once more. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball 1.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
2-2 the count. Fouled off. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. So far, 0-1 with a flyout. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a liner. Right at the third baseman, and that'll... Stepping into the box, Ramon Laureano. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A bouncer to the left side. And that's the first out. Digging in now. Chad Pinder. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Nope.
1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Holt is up with it, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the outfielder Max Kepler. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Makes the catch, and that'll retire. First pitch on its way. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Pedroia is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job, and now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
There's one. Relay to Olsen, and they turn the double play.
The batter, number 2.
So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first. Digging in for his second at-bat, Marcus Semien. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that brings in the big power-hitting first baseman, Matt Olson. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Vasquez recovers, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 11.
Digging in to try it again, number 11. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A's. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch